Good morning, students. Today we will discuss the equation of tangent plane to a surface at a point P. Tangent plane is the plane which contains all the tangent lines at the point P. Today we will derive its equation. To derive its equation, let us consider this is a surface having the equation function of x, y, z is equal to 0. Let us take the point P on this surface, and the position vector of this point is vector r is equal to xi plus yj plus zk. And let us take the point having the position vector capital R having the components xi, y, j, z, k. Let this be the position vector of the point on the tangent plane to the given surface at the point P. Now this is a tangent plane, this is the point P, this is the another point Q in the tangent plane, and we know that gradient f is always normal to the surface. Now the components of gradient f are given by I curl f by curl x plus j curl f by curl y plus k curl f by curl z, and also gradient f is a vector normal to the surface at the point P. Because it is normal to the surface, therefore it is perpendicular to the tangent plane at the point P. Now the vector joining the points P and Q is the vector r minus r, and we can see that this vector lies in the tangent plane, and because this lies in the tangent plane, therefore that will be perpendicular to the gradient of f. Now if two vectors are perpendicular, then their dot product is 0. Therefore the dot product of these two, that will be 0. Now substituting the values of vector r and this vector r. Now the components of vector r are capital X, capital Y, capital Z, and the components of the vector small r, that is small x, small y, small z. So vector r minus r has the components x minus x, y minus y, z minus z, and the components of gradient f are curl f by curl x, curl f by curl y, curl f by curl z. Now substituting the values here and having the dot product here. So from here we get x minus x into curl f by curl x plus y minus y into curl f by curl y plus z minus z into curl f by curl z is equal to 0, which is the equation of tangent plane to the given surface at the point P. Now next we derive the equation of normal. To derive the equation of normal, let us take a surface having the equation function of x, y, z is equal to 0. This is the equation of surface. P is the point having the coordinates x, y, z, and let us take a point Q at any point on the normal. We have to derive the equation of this line. This line is normal to the surface. Now let us take the position vector of point P is xi plus yj plus zk, and the position vector of point Q is xi plus yj plus zk. Now let us find the vector pq, which is given by the position vector of point Q minus position vector of point P. So this is vector r minus r. Substituting the values of components of both vectors here, we get the vector pq. Now we can see that the vector pq, that is a vector along the normal, and also we know that gradient f is normal to the surface. Now because both are lying in same direction, that is also normal to the surface, and vector pq is also normal to the surface, it means these two vectors are parallel vectors. Gradient f and vector pq, these are parallel vectors. Now vector pq is the vector r minus r. Now because these two vectors are parallel, so they can be written as some scalar multiple of each other. So we can write the vector r minus r as some multiple of gradient of f. Now substituting the values of the components of the vector r minus r here, so we get x minus x into I plus y minus y into j cap plus z minus z into k cap is equal to lambda into gradient f. Gradient f is curl f by curl x I cap plus curl f by curl y j cap plus curl f by curl z k cap. Now equating the coefficients of I cap, j cap and k cap on both sides of this equation, we get x minus x is equal to lambda into curl f by curl x, y minus y is equal to lambda into curl f by curl y, and z minus z is equal to lambda into curl f by curl z. So from all the three we can find the value of lambda. As we can see, the value of lambda from the three equations, they will be same. So we can write the equation of normal as x minus x divided by curl f by curl x is equal to y minus y divided by curl f by curl y is equal to z minus z divided by curl f by curl z. So this is the equation of the normal at the point P to the given surface. Now next, let us see the problems based on the equation of tangent plane and normal to the surface. So first problem is find the equation of tangent plane and the normal to the surface. This is the surface xyz is equal to 4 at the point 1, 2, 2. Now the equation of the surface can be written as xyz minus 4 is equal to 0. Now to find the equation of tangent plane, let us find the partial derivatives of f with respect to x, y and z. So differentiating partially with respect to x. So from here the partial derivative with respect to x, that will be yz. The partial derivative with respect to y, that will be zx, and the derivative with respect to z, that is xy. Now substituting the values of x, y, z, because we are given that the point is 1, 2, 2. Now substituting the value of y and z here, y is 2, z is 2. So this will become 2 into 2, 4. Zx means z into x, this is 2. X into y, that will be 1 into 2, that will be 2. Now we can write the equation of tangent plane at the given point, which is given by x minus the first coordinate of the point into curl f by curl x, y minus second coordinate of the given point into curl f by curl y, plus z minus third coordinate of given point into curl f by curl z is equal to 0. Now we have already obtained all the three derivatives. We can substitute their values here and get the equation of tangent plane at the given point. Now to find the equation of normal, as we already know that the equation of normal is given by x minus x divided by curl f by curl x, y minus y divided by curl f by curl y, z minus z divided by curl f by curl z. These are the coordinates of the given point, which is 1, 2, 2. And the partial derivatives curl f by curl x, curl f by curl y, curl f by curl z, we have already obtained. Now substituting the values of all the three derivatives here, we get the equation of normal at the given point. Now the next problem is the normal at any point of the ellipsoid. Ellipsoid is x square upon a square plus y square upon b square plus z square upon c square is equal to 1. The normals at any point of this ellipsoid meets the coordinate planes in g1, g2 and g3 respectively. We are to show that the ratio of pg1, pg2 and pg3 is a constant. So let us firstly find the equation of normal at the point P. Now the given surface is ellipsoid having the equation x square upon a square plus y square upon b square plus z square upon c square minus 1 is equal to 0. Let us take a point P having the coordinates x, y, z on this surface. Now let us find their partial derivatives. Curl f by curl x, the derivative of x square is 2x, so 2x by a square. Curl f by curl y, the derivative of this term, 2y by b square. Curl f by curl z, the derivative of this term, that is 2z by c square. Now let us substitute these values in the equation of normal. The equation of normal at the point P is x minus x divided by curl f by curl x, y minus y divided by curl f by curl y, z minus z divided by curl f by curl z. Substituting the values of all the three partial derivatives here, we get the equation of normal at the point P. Now we use the given condition. We are given that the normals at the point P meets the coordinate planes in G1, G2 and G3. So let us find the first value. Now YZ plane, for the YZ plane we have x is equal to 0. So substituting x is equal to 0 here in the equation 1, here x will be 0, so we get this expression. Now from here we can find the value of y and z. So from here we obtain the value of y by equating these two, we get the value of y. By equating these two terms, we get the value of z. In this way, we have obtained the coordinates of the point G1, which are first coordinate is 0, second coordinate is y minus a square y by b square, third coordinate is z minus a square z divided by c square. This is G1. Now we can find PG1 by using the distance formula. Now PG1 is given by using distance formula x minus 0 whole square plus y minus y plus a square y by b square whole square plus z minus z plus a square z by c square whole square under root. Now from here, after simplifying, we get PG1. Similarly, for the other two coordinate planes, substituting y is equal to 0 and z is equal to 0 respectively, we get the coordinates of G2 and G3, and then we can find PG2 and PG3. Now we can see that in PG1, PG2 and PG3, this term is same in all the three. So if we take ratio, this term will be cancelled out from all the three. So the ratio of PG1, PG2 and PG3, that is constant, which is a square ratio b square ratio c square. All the three are constants. In this way, we have obtained the required result. Now the next problem is, prove that the tangent plane to the surface and the coordinate planes means xy plane, yz plane, zx plane, bound a tetrahedron of constant volume. So first of all, let us find the equation of tangent plane to the surface. The equation of tangent plane. Now the surface is xyz minus a cube is equal to 0. From here, curl f by curl x is yz, curl f by curl y is zx, curl f by curl z is xy. So we can write the equation of tangent plane by substituting the values of curl f by curl x, curl f by curl y and curl f by curl z here. We get the equation of the tangent plane in the intercept form. This is x-intercept, this is y-intercept, this is z-intercept. Now the first intercept is 3x and the y-intercept is 3y, z-intercept is 3z. So we can say that the tangent plane meets the coordinate axis in the 3 points. The first point is 3x 0 0. This was the x-intercept. 3y was the second intercept. 3z was the third intercept. So the 3 points are given by A, B, and C. Now we can find the volume of tetrahedron. So by the formula for volume of tetrahedron, the volume of tetrahedron is 1 by 6 into this coordinate 3x into 3y into 3z. Now after multiplying this, we get this is 9 by 2 xyz. Now the value of xyz that can be substituted by the equation of the surface. From the equation of the surface, we have xyz is equal to a cube. So substituting the value here, now this is constant. Thus we have proved that the tangent planes to the given surface and the coordinate planes bound a tetrahedron of constant volume.